Welcome to Screw the Commute, the entrepreneurial podcast dedicated to getting you out of the car and into the money, with your host, lifelong entrepreneur and multimillionaire, Tom Antion.
Hey everybody, it's Tom here with episode 616 of Screw the Commute podcast. Today we're going to talk about morning routines and the value of them. And I know some morning routines are dictated by little kids and animals, but the closer you can stick to one, the better off you are. In fact, I saw a quote that said, if you win in the morning, you win the day. And that's what this episode is about. All right, hope you didn't miss episode 615. It was a very short episode on Independence Day, the 4th of July. And it gave you some pretty cool insights and some trivia about things. And Benedict Arnold, that scumbag, treasonous guy, a little bit of details about him. So that was episode 615. Of course, anytime you want to hear a back episode, you put screwthecommute.com and then / the episode number. That was 615. Let's see, today is 616. And you might want to check out 614 on Pretty Links. It's a way to make long, ugly links legitimately look good. And so that you can say them on podcasts and TV interviews, and they're easy for people to remember. All right, let's get into morning routine. Well, my personality has never been in favor of routines. They bore me and drive me crazy. Doing the same thing over and over again has always seemed to me to be what pitiful corporate and government slugs do. And I absolutely did not want to be associated with those images. Well, as I became older and hopefully wiser, I see that I've loosely been involved in morning routines for years, but I never would have admitted it, of course. All right. Once I started this podcast about 4 years ago, and I started asking my entrepreneur guests what their typical day looked like. And I heard a high percentage of those guests talk about their morning routine. Now, when I first started hearing about these routines, in my mind, of course, I didn't insult them. I was thinking, oh man, how boring to do the same thing every morning. Then, as I started to become more open-minded about it, and I started to look in the mirror a little, all right, I noticed, hey, I've pretty much been living a morning routine and I didn't realize it. My morning routine has been dictated by my dogs, all right? I always have 2 or 3 or 4 dogs around, and I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not. Some people would not know this, but they have to go potty in the morning, all right? Who would have thought that, right? So no sleeping in for me. Well, what this had forced me to do was to force myself to go to bed at a certain hour instead of staying up half the night working like I'm inclined to do. Because if I did that, inevitably I'd have had to clean up poop or pee or both, and then feel guilty about stressing out the dogs who just couldn't help themselves. And if I stayed up too late and forced myself to get up early, then I didn't get proper sleep. And even though I'm somewhat of a machine, and you may have heard me in the past say sleep is overrated, all right? People sleep their lives away. I'm sure if I got up early with not enough sleep, my performance would have suffered that day in some fashion. Now, you may have little kids who throw off your routine, or you may have bigger kids that have to get off to school at a certain time. You may still be in a dreaded job where you can't really take a nap in the middle of the day to catch up on your rest. Whatever your situation, striving for some kind of routine has proven to be beneficial to your overall health and well-being, and that has a direct correlation with your business success. Now, I won't bore you with all the details of my morning routine, but I'll give you a little taste of it. I take the dogs out for their morning break, and I walk the property back and forth with them several times, and I play with them and throw sticks and balls, and then I bring them in and I make sure their water bowls are full. That water bowl thing is my trigger that I don't do anything unless the house is on fire, all right? Then go immediately to my front foyer and run up and down the stairs quite a few times to get me breathing heavy and to get my blood flowing. Then there's a dumbbell at the bottom of the stairs. Well, some people say that was me, but no, this is a weightlifting thing. And then I pump some iron, curls or military presses or whatever. Then I go have a super high fiber cereal with almond milk and watch some type of training video on YouTube. And it goes on and on, but that just gives you a little taste of it. But it starts out dictated by the dogs who forced me to be up so that they don't pee and poop all over the house. But it really doesn't matter what my routine is. It matters what yours is or what yours might be, or might be as after you listen to this and decide to do it. So mine really boosts my energy levels. So when I sit down to work, I'm way more productive. I'm wide awake and full steam ahead, taking care of mentees and planning projects and doing the enormous number of things that I handle during the day. So what could you do to boost your energy to get a good start for the day? Well, some people do all their exercising in the morning. Some meditate. And some even take cold showers. Let me tell you about this. Got a lot of this from healthline.com. See, one holistic method of treating depression is hydrotherapy, they call it. And it's taking a cold shower for up to 5 minutes, 2 or 3 times per week. And it helped relieve the symptoms of depression. There was a clinical trial that I'll link to in the show notes for you, talking all about this. And this is from Healthline. I'll read this. The cold water sends many electrical impulses to your brain. They jolt your system to increase alertness, clarity, and energy levels. Endorphins, which are sometimes called happiness hormones, are also released. This effect leads to feelings of well-being and optimism. Like I said in that quote, you win the morning, you win the day, right? So you're getting a great start to the day. Now, cold showers, now I'm not going to be talking about all the jokes about taking a cold shower when you see a hot person, all right? But I can trick myself into a cold shower. I do it a lot in the summer, for sure. In that if I'm sweating, working outside like crazy, and I don't go take a regular shower, I'm still kind of sweating. So cold showers close your pores to reduce the sweating. But I just start with a nice hot shower, and then I just gradually increase it a little bit at a time. I don't even like jumping in a pool and getting that shock of coldness. And I know some people are taking ice baths and stuff. I remember icing injuries back when I was playing football. I hated that in the beginning. I mean, after it gets frozen, you don't feel it, but in the beginning, it hurts like heck. So you can ease your way. You don't have to shock yourself into a cold shower to get all these benefits. And cold showers also increase your metabolism, which assists in weight loss or maintenance of your weight and improves your blood circulation. Okay, so that's about cold showers with no jokes about cold showers. All right, back to morning routines. Well, they have been highly reported as stress relievers in that you feel in better control of your day. And there are obviously lots of benefits health-wise to lower your stress levels. But one you may not have considered as a benefit of lowering your stress is better relationships. Think about that. See, when you're stressed out, people around you get stressed out. And you and they may say things that you normally wouldn't say that are very hurtful. Who wants to be in that situation? See, when you have worked out a morning routine with the people you live with, everybody's on the same page with the same expectations, which tremendously reduces the chances of arguments about silly things like who takes out the trash or who loads the dishwasher, whatever. This adds to your ability to have a nice lifestyle business. When the day doesn't start out with an argument over stupid stuff, you can get on to your work and you're not all mad and thinking about things that aren't helping your business. Another benefit of morning routines is a reduction in forgetfulness. So if you know you have to drive somewhere early in the morning to a client meeting, well, your morning routine knows where your car keys are because you routinely put them there. And since you aren't stressed out, you can concentrate on taking everything you need with you to the meeting rather than rushing around crazily, which more than likely means you will forget something important. Now, here's another important part of your morning routine is that you decide ahead of time that it can be flexible or different. Maybe on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you have to take your spouse to the train station and be there by 8 a.m. So maybe you have a Monday, Wednesday, Friday routine and a different one for Tuesdays and Thursdays, and maybe a different one for the weekend. It doesn't really matter. And you also decide ahead of time that if something occurs that needs immediate attention, like a sick child that's had you up all night, if you miss a morning routine, you don't have to get stressed out about it. You already realize that that's just part of life, that sometimes you'll miss your morning routine. And you just pick it up the next day. Now, I'm going to put in the show notes a link to an article about morning routines, a couple links actually, and also a bunch of celebrity morning routines that I think you'll find interesting. So anyway, pay some more attention to what you do in the morning to really help you out during the day, to get your metabolism going, to get you fired up for the day, and to reduce arguments and stress. There's just a lot of benefits to it. Now, I suggest that your morning routine means, hey, thank Tom Antion for doing Screw the Commute podcast. Every day, just send me an email. Thanks, Tom. That could be part of your morning routine. And I'm just thrilled to be able to help you. And if you really want some help and you want a great online lifestyle business like I've been living for 28 years, can you believe it, with my boyish good looks here? So check it out at greatinternetmarketingtraining.com. It's the longest running, most successful, most unique ever in the field of internet and digital marketing mentor program. We also have a school that, hey, you could save hundreds of thousands of bucks of putting your kids in some stupid 4-year college where they just learn how to protest. So we can provide that for you too. It's the only licensed dedicated internet and digital marketing school in the country. So check all that out. GreatInternetMarketingTraining.com for the mentor program. IMTCVA, Internet Marketing Training Center, Virginia.org. It's distance learning, so they can be attending high school, they can be attending another college, they can be working and still get this internet skill that's in super high demand around the world, and they can be making money very quickly and not blowing it on stupid classes that don't get them anywhere. All right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm doing this in the morning right after my morning routine. All right, catch you later, and I'll see you on the next episode.